Hello everybody, we are back at it again with Limbus Company. Yeah! I just finished playing Canto 1 and now you can see here we're on Canto 2. Yeah! Also, hold on, yes. Got quite a few. Got this one. We got these. We got these. And we also got 2 new egos, so that's cool. However, for some reason I haven't got an identity for Otis yet. I don't know why. But yeah. Okay, now on to the actual story. The Unloving. The casino?
Let's go gambling!
The bus wasn't all that lively. I could hear Rodion's occasional quips, or Heathcliff starting pointless quarrels with someone, probably Don Quixote or Sinclair, and Ryoshu demanding a source of heat to light her cigarettes, having run out of lighter fluid. Amidst the gripes and disorder, Rigor was pretty much the only sinner I could rely on to willingly turn the mood around. Now he has one of the quietest. Okay, let's see how this works with the voices. It's just staring out through the window, seemingly lost in deep thought. One thing was for sure. If anyone were to blame for trashing the mood on the bus, it'd be Virgilus. The road to the Golden Bough was an awful, horrendous one, putting us on the brink of death, and some past that, several times, not to mention the occasions when we almost ended up unemployed.
I'm talking about work. You said the bad word.
Yet Virgilus refused to see from our perspective. Given the circumstances, it's only natural for our sinners to be culpably disgruntled. Tired of the silent treatment, Ishmael spoke up.
이제 다음 장소는 어디인지 정도는 말해줘야 되는 거 아닌가요?
Couldn't you tell me where our next destination is now, at least?
실례.
Oh, sorry about that.
너희에게
I
임무를
was wondering
설명해줄
where the
가치가
briefing the mission to
있을지.
you. Actually, never mind. We're gonna go back to no voices. I hate this. I hate it. Actually, I was wondering whether briefing the mission to you miscreants would be, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's just not used to it. I don't know. Well, I don't know what to do. I was wondering whether briefing the mission to you miscreants would be worth the effort.
나 서운해지려고 해.
You're hurting me.
기대에 못
with your
미치는
cold soldier.
자식일수록 더
Don't you
품어야
know that
된다는
kids
거
falling
몰라?
behind need more love?
간곡히
And let me
부탁하는데
plead you not embarrass me this time.
이번만큼은 망신을 시켜주지
Okay, yeah.
않으면 좋겠어.
Final decision. No voices. No voices. Yes. Okay. Let me plead you not embarrass me this time. I sure don't want to look like a teacher taking a bunch of grade schoolers out for a picnic. I have high hopes for you in particular, Rodion. You might just make a good guide for this tour. Huh? I don't know, a big deal, but I don't think I can be a guide for a place I don't know. No worries. We're heading to a location you should be more than familiar with. A nest of hedonism? Hedonism. Where you can drown in money or be drained of everything you have. What's hedonism? Hold on, let me Google that. Pursuit of pleasure, sensual self-indulgence. Interesting. Okay. J-Corpse. Great, even Rodion has gone quiet now. Well, I suppose it wouldn't be so bad to win big while we're at it. Oi, someone wake me up when we're there. Coincidentally, the bus will be unable to take you right to the branch building this time, dear passenger. Sharon, park it. Sharon? What's park? It means stop. Stops are red. Red tastes bad to Sharon. Grumbling, Sharon hit the brakes without warning, sending most sinners flying face first into the seats ahead and flinging others off of theirs. I was, of course, powerless against the inertia. A cacophony of complaints and shouts erupted. Although I didn't get to hear the sinners' ramblings in clear detail, I'm willing to bet a good half of them were profanities, or maybe I'm better off not knowing. Good to see you all full of energy. Now out. The destination still seems rather far. Will you call a taxi for us? As Miss False will explain in detail, this mission is going to be quite different from our last, Dante. Quite different. This is because the location of the Golden Bough is in the underground of a casino. Do you mean to tell us that it's among the brightly lit buildings standing at the center of the streets? That's right. It's one of those. Wait, hold on. I just completely forgot that this thing is on. Hold on. Just... There we go. I can see this black stuff. That's right. It's one of those. The botany branch facility were infiltrated last time was one that had been neglected for quite a while. So you mean that was an exception? See, it's times like this that remind our team doesn't necessarily lack critical thinkers. It really does make me wonder how you managed to blunder your previous mission even more. The Golden Bough is a potent energy source holding the essence of many technological marvels. Such founts of energy will attract flows of wealth and people, and in no time a whole civilization is built on top of it. Therefore, it is likely that future destinations will have been occupied by other factions of their structures. I have no idea what they're saying, I'm just rolling with it. Which in turn indicates that we should be prepared to visit a wide variety of venues in addition to this casino. It also means that your first mission was a relatively easy one. That was well, it was kind of easy, kind of simple. Yet you somehow snatched defeat from wide open mouths of success. Does he usually hold grudges that long? Don't ask me. I haven't known him much longer than you have. What'd he say again? Something like, "Welcome to Limbus Company, I'm your guide, Virgilis," and all that? Pretty good impression, wasn't it? You got this authoritative tone down to a T, I'll give you that. I had to hold myself back from asking if I could resign right after joining. I get the feeling the rest of you thought the same. Nonsense! What's the day to go down in history? And by the Red Gaze himself, surely there is no honor greater than the color addressing y'all. I guess he does have a fan after all. True that. With their spears lifted, Rodion and Gregor began to chuckle. That's more talking than necessary. I really do not wish there to be impetuous behind a third rule for this bus ride. Come on, give the employees some room to badmouth their boss. You're being totally petty. Next time, do it out of earshot. I'm more fragile than I look, you see. Right, time to get up and at it. I sure hope you come back with a Golden Bough in your hands this time. And if we bugger it twice, who knows, Charon might suddenly forget what button to press to open the door for you. Button red, yucky color. You're one daft bloke. Oh, he's gone! What does that mean? And that means shorthand for useless idiotic travelers who go and abscond now. Heathcliff glared at Ryoshu. Hold on. Okay. Heathcliff glared at Ryoshu and salt swelling up in his throat. Going to be expelled, a loud sigh. He resigned uncharacteristically as if he came to realization that killing her wouldn't solve anything. Allow me to give a rundown of the plan. Our primary objective is to infiltrate the casino, unsuspected. It will be critical for the successful recovery of the Golden Bough. According to the information we required, the casino has 3 entrances. One for ordinary visitors, one for reserved VIPs, and lastly, the back door used by employees. We'll split into 3 groups of 4 sinners to cover each entrance. 4 of us will disguise as croupiers, 4 will pose as guests, and 4 will play the roles of VIPs. Working in smaller groups will certainly draw less attention. It is wiser to divide rather than unite. Open the envelopes I gave out to confirm the role you've been assigned. Although the higher-ups expressed concern over our performance, they stressed that the company's future plans hinge on whether we can retrieve the Golden Bough through this operation. Therefore, we will collaborate on a joint operation. Joint operation? Partner is a special force unit consisting of professionals and veterans. I believe they are monikered the LCC, short for Limbus Company Clearance Department. Rest. Assured they are our betters, at least in espionage operations. I thought 12 people was already a crowd. Guess someone finally realized that more isn't always merrier. Well, sir, I haven't met staff from other teams before. Just where could they be? Honglu looked around, expecting Foz to bring them forward. for introductions any second. Needless to say, no one showed up like he expected. We'll be heading to the pawn shop. Is pawning still a thing these days? We're in the so-called Pawnbrokers Avenue. Most businesses double as pawn shops here. That place is our rendezvous. Let's head inside. We're gonna fight inside the pawn shop? Interesting. What kind of battle music is this? Like, this is different. This is different battle music. Weird. There we go. We did it. We did it. We did it. Yeah. Pawnbroker. Ain't there too many visitors at once? The shop's cramped as it is. Y'all prefer your luck of draw from triumphs or mahjong? I don't know what that is. As we entered the shop, we were met with the gruff meeting of an old pawnbroker. What's that blighter on about? Am I the only one here who read up on SJ? Virgilus gave us a pamphlet to peruse before we left. I think I remember glancing at the cover. Here, you'll get loaned different amounts depending on your fortune for the day. If you draw a great boon, then you get extra cash, while misfortune means far less than what the pawn is worth. Ah, that reminds me. Our family has hired dedicated fortune tellers. They drew a great boon for me in the divination they performed before I left. Must have been a sign I would join all you wonderful people on our journey. Wow, really so indulging in lofty leisure on your grand estates. That was your fated life. Maybe I should pray that I'm born that rich if there's a next time. I'm good. It's well out folks like him that tend to play dirty. You might be right. I didn't like to get along with my younger siblings in childhood. Always trying to cheat and grouch if things didn't go as desired. No, that's not what I'm getting at. So you want to get your fortune or not? Forget about that. Do you people even have anything to pawn? I'm not seeing any wealth on you. The pawnbroker glanced over each sinners with dubious look his eyes landed on me. Ooh, that clock head might be worth a good sum. How much do you think they sell for, old pal? Oh, Rodion, I'm not for sale! As you were likely contacted in advance, we are from Limbus Company, and unfortunately, neither the sinners nor the pawnbroker were paying any attention to false words. What? Oh, I did bring this handkerchief with me when I left home. Oh, a dragon embroidered on silk. That's some meticulous needlework, which might net, let's see, 7 million! 7 million! I hope that's not USD. 7 million. A crummy piece of cloth is worth that much? You guys rotted out, old geezer. What? What's happening? You don't recognize the value of this quality. Now I see. You're wearing a shabby ring like it's true treasure. What? What did you just say? Please cut it out, Dante. Please shut them up. Got us worried, Foss. Amidst the chaos, the most gentle voice softly landed on my ears. We're meant to meet each other at 4, but 15 minutes have passed already. Surely you have forgotten how to read a clock, right? Certainly not. There was a little I could do to alter the driver of the bus. So you're taking a clock person with you to help with the time. I suppose it didn't come with an alarm. The gentle voice was soon to be followed by one that didn't even attempt to hide their disdain. Come on, that attitude's a little harsh. Let's try to leave better first impressions. I know my voice won't be heard by anyone other than the sinners, but I still can't help but get upset at the rude remarks. Oh, so it was you. You guys are the team that botched the Golden Bough retrieval last time. Folks had high expectations for your team, with that some of the smartest people in the city being on it. No wonder Miss False wasn't looking very pleased. My face has remained constant. Hey, what are you standing around for? Go on now. This fellow here's also the brainy sort. Don't brush him off. Heathcliff gave Yeaston a sideways glance, but what he got in response was lukewarm. I shall not, as that would be a hollow vaunt. But you were a lot more talkative down in the basement. Who are you, and what did you do with Yi-san? I am, and I've always been who I imagined the mirror. Why he's always talking about the mirror? That's weird. Forget it. Our first mission was devised with failure in mind. We needed an opportunity to see what potential our sinners held. Wait, it was? A plan whose purpose is to fail? That could hardly qualify as proposal. By the way, where is Virgilus? I agreed to assist with the operation mainly for a chance to see him. He must have been embarrassed. Imagine accompanying people like these. Is that why he dropped us so far away from this place? Because he was ashamed of us? Doesn't anyone have a thing to say about us being difficult? Won't all the boasting and bluffing not do much if we don't introduce ourselves at first? These two people will be our cooperators for this mission. They're from the Limbus Company Clearance Department, known as the LCC. LCP Solid. Oh, interesting. Before the team of clearance, please, I'm Solid, and this here is Effie. What are we supposed to do? We're supposed to clap, or? Wonderful. It's a pleasure. What? The music changed. Hung Lu was the only person on the team welcoming them with total sincerity. He almost even gave a standing ovation. Good and half of the rest stared at the two with cold eyes and the other wary until introductions were finished. Oh, he's just a jolly little fellow. Hong Lu is just a jolly little fellow. Now for this mission, we'll basically spoon feed you everything. All you have to do is open wide to chew up your simple tasks. What is these drawings? They look so completely different from the Limbus Company art style, but I'm not complaining. Check the documents in this envelope and do exactly, precisely as the papers say. The way Solid dragged out that value needled me a bit, but I decided not to argue. But even if I did, the ticking of the clock would be all she'd hear. There's not a lot joining together at all in this joint operation, is there? You're just telling us to follow from behind. This is insulting! Are they talking us for lubbers or what? Lubbers. Landlubbers. Look, manager, we gotta put our foot down and do as they say, I guess? Huh? The documents they gave us are flawless. Look at this. It has routes drawn out and everything. It's been ages since I saw a plan this clear and meticulous. Surely this is, indicative of their knowledge in writing up proper plans of operation. This isn't to say that it holds a candle to the level of forethought you display, manager. Convinced by Ishmael's commendation, I open the envelope and carefully read the rundown of the operation. Alright, so here's the plan. The bill is to be summarized by the following. Reach the top floor of the casino. The main reason behind organizing this plan was the first place prize for the table game to be held today. According to the paper's winning competition held at the top floor of the casino, it's the only way to gain access to the area with the Golden Bough. So the Golden Bough is at the top, where we have to gamble. Yes, this is my kind of game. Fortunate kids that are jointly building the casino will be playing the game of chance. One of the four will be using the name of the infamous King Tong Gang? Yeah. What? This is such a completely different theme from the last Canto. The Ting Tong Gang? The name doesn't necessarily reflect the nature of an organization. They swallow prejudice. It is unideal for those to choose to see things from the tinted lens of the bias. Right. Back to the plan. We'll disguise at the boss of the Ting Tong Gang to win at the game of chance. Afterwards, we have to go to the underground floors where the Golden Bough lies. Sounds like a name a kindergartner would write. Leading up to the game, we'll use the items and clothing we can to find in deposit shops to disguise as our given roles. Enter the casino and wait for the team to the top floor to win the game. That's about it for the outline of this plan, I think. Wait a second. Won't this entire thing fall apart if our player doesn't win? We prepared fake identification as well, just in case the casino security runs random inspections on the visitors. Alright, that's all fine and dandy, but how do you plan to win once you're at the top floor? What do you think our outfits are for? We're practiced for a month to pass at a bona fide courtiers. We'll give you good luck. The game is in your bag. All you need to do is pair of functioning eyes. Effie mumbled the last part to himself again while casting a sidelong scowl at our group. He's making it painfully obvious he has no faith in us. And how are we going to take the place of the Ting Tong Gang's boss? We will put sedatives in the food served at the casino. We've already finished negotiating the details with the head chef. Sedatives. Salt and Effie winked at each other. It was a gesture demonstrating that the two were ideal partners, able to tell each other's thoughts from exchanging glances. Oh, the music changed. Hey dear pawnbroker, we'll be taking a look at the goods on showcase from here to there. Yes? Oh, no, yeah, sure, of course. Please take your time, ma'am. The pawnbroker's attitude took a turn from the disdainful, no, Tony. Why is this song so jolly? No. Now then, let's take what we need from the display. Oh my, this is a Gupcha designer brooch, isn't it? Yeah, what a discerning eyes you have there, sir. This beauty is the mainstay of our shop's catalog. Only 10 of those were ever made, so it's worth the positively My dog used to have one of these on his collar whenever we took it out for walkies. It's so nice to see something that brings back pleasant memories. I'm down for these cowhide gloves. However, must have been a fashionista. Please, take items that suit what was written in the envelopes. You have roles to play. I didn't, but the envelope I received says janitor. This must be an error of some sort. Oh, okay. Say it's good and all, but do you have the money to pay for all of this? Worrying about spendings? Who do you think we are? Some low-rank hirelings? There's nothing I can't afford using this black card. Dante, what's this about? You told me we can't have prime beef because we don't have the budget? So the rumors were true that teams with notable performance were given a company card with no spending limit. While everyone was shocked by the proven existence of the payable black card, a loud voice came from the outside. Who's this rustic-sounding ting-tanger? Ting-tang gang? Oi, Dotan! When did I say your payment was due to me? Someone was clearly belonging to the vicious syndicate entered the pawn shop. Please, give me one more chance. I swear I'll have the money ready. One more? Can't you do basic math? But you said you'd bring same thing last time. Plus won't like me wasting precious time reteaching you kindergarten, you hear? I'm just a frail old man standing on dottery feet. There's really nothing he can do to get out of shaking me down. Pleading with an overtly loud voice, the pawnbroker looked at us. You're talking back now? Yeah, go on then, get mad. I won't feel so guilty that way. That way, it looked like he was covertly begging us to help him based on his expression. Sinner's attention was naturally drawn on the ongoing row. What are you looking at? You think I'm playing? Geez, that was so stereotypical, I didn't even get an urge to reply. Can't people be more creative about throwing taunts? Shouldn't we help out, maybe? Unlike Ishmael, who scoffed at the goon, Sinclair anxiously glanced over. We have no choice. Factories have their own rules and order. We aren't the ones to disturb the complex web of their society. Outside like us, there's only bigger scenes if we try to step in. Pleased by the sinners choosing to stay away, you couldn't continue their extortion. If you ain't got money, why don't you pay up your dues instead? We'll keep telling you. Anything but that, please. Is it really okay to leave them be? Shall I settle the dispute for them so it does not bother you, manager? What does that tipster mean by that, anyway? Currency more than valuable than money exists in this district. It's well known that J-Corp's singularity is a powerful security technology capable of locking anything. What is less known, however, is the extensive cultural and historical background of the backstreet of the Nest J that leads to the Singularity's creation. History? Are you seriously about to lecture us here and now? I was never told about any mandatory education when I was joined to this company. In spite of the opposition, Pulse went on with her explanation. Here, a technology that exists to extract wish power from people. Though it's not widely known outside this district, since it didn't quite have the generality to be recognized as a singularity. Yeah. In essence, it's processing luck into commodity that can be traded. Oh, we're gonna buy luck! We're gonna buy with our luck. Interesting. It's brought forth the need for a way to stop others from forcibly extracting the wish power, leading to the creation of a security technology that ultimately developed in a singularity we know today. Gee wee, False. Must have been tiring to having to catch these dunces in ways they can't get it. It's fine. This was within my anticipated scenario. I don't like the way you say that. Come on now, gather the items to help with your disguises so we can leave. Saw that the document full of scheduled plans to emphasize that we'd be busy. Well, I just realized that the goon is probably beating up the old man right now, which is not paying any attention. Anyway, we're salary workers, not heroes fighting for justice. What? Wait, not that word. That feeling. That's so weird. Because in the main screen, okay, in the main screen, I literally have. I went gambling for identity. I got the I think I got the LCCB Yi song, and I put that on the thing, and it says, we're worth blank, not heroes fighting for justice," and that was the quote. Interesting. That feeling rushed through my head, prompting me to count the sinners I could see. That does not align with a certain someone's beliefs, and it's the one that would severely provoke her principles. Ishmael seems to have noticed what I meant and hurriedly looked around. Valderis tried to pilfer the valuables of others. This behavior can only be seen as wholehearted villainy. Don Quixote! Oh no, Don Quixote! But it was a moment too late. Don Quixote had already sprinted forward and was swinging her lance at the ting-tanger who gripped the pawnbroker by the collar. Whack! Caught completely unaware, the goon was hit right on the head with the blunt side of her lance. Knocked out on the floor in a frisky swing, the fancied goon became the center of attention for all of us inside the pawn shop for a solid minute. Yeah, for your information, keeping sinners in check is not part of my job description. That would be the job of this person here. Don't give me that look! There's nothing in my ability to keep her under control. I couldn't stop myself from defending my position when I was aware that my voice wouldn't reach anyone besides the sinners. Oh well, it's not like my defense would have made them look any less baffled towards me if they could hear it. Oh! Pawnbroker was the only one touched by this turn of events. Great work, ma'am. Serves that hooligan right, but I'll say, you could have whooped them a tad harder, maybe. Virtuous advised me that while I was free to deliver justice unto villains, I must do so without unduly involving irrelevance or an omission. Thus, I showed moderation. Her proud expression never looked so provoking. So you remembered his words and still leapt forward? Was a necessary action to stay true to my creed. Please understand my virtuous violence. Not to kill the mood, but the ruffian isn't actually dead, right? I thought you wanted her to get straight to the wallops, old sport. I did, but things get fairly complicated with the Eurodivaya showed up, you know. The Eurodivaya? What are you doing here? What are they doing here? No, forget that. What are you worrying about them? Not up to date with the news, are you, ma'am? They've been causing trouble here for months now. Ah, are they villains as well? Oh no, she's going to attack them all. Soon Don Quixote will be the end of us. Oh, they're villains to us, humble merchants for sure. They're going on about, what was it? Helping up greedy peddlers, keeping money to themselves, and giving it to those who need it. Distributing something they said. The retribution of wealth. Ah, that's a yes. Those scoundrels are robbing us poor saps of what little wealth we have, and they don't even do the dirty work themselves. It's always local roots they send. Can you believe it? Anywho, life has been sure hard for us since those self-righteous branches looked like they were here to find something at first. But all they do now is squeeze money out of us. I just realized, shouldn't we take our leave now? More toughies from the Ting Tang gang might have been coming this way. It seemed Rodion had deliberately cut off the pawnbroker in a hurry, but I had little time to think about the implications. Gang member Don Quixote had knocked out and began to flinch as though he'd get back up as soon. What a hassle, making a problem bigger than it had to be. Hey, Muffin and Sable, don't be so tart now. There's plenty of pawn shops around here, right? We can always find a different. It's Effie and Sald. Please don't mistake our names for confections. And your statement that there's plenty of pawn shops in the vicinity won't mean such. We said pawn shops and notice the trouble happening here and close. Don Quixote! I'm getting tired of lecturing these idiots on every little thing. We could just leave. Right as I tried to leave, someone wearing a similar thuggish clothes to the one we just knocked out, with a face that looked just as rough, stormed into the shop. Just puffing ting-tanger. Hey yo, Rodger, have you seen our little... Wee, Slimmy, just what's going on here? We did our best to pretend to be innocent customers who just happened to be in the pawn shop at the wrong time. However, in an unfortunate concurrence of events, the goon came back to his senses. Who did this? Tell me now. That bean is gonna regret the day they grew stems. Yeah, over there. The red time... What? The direction that finger was pointing was simply too unambiguous for me to pretend otherwise. Plus, there's no point in denying that I was meant by red signposts, as I'm pretty sure it would be Leary, no one else matching the description in the entire district. Just so you don't get the wrong idea, I had nothing to do with these people or what happened here. I was just about to bring a towel to cool this poor fellow's head. That smarmy gaffer. I had no expectations for him in the first place. That man really had a shaky reed in his backbone. Although the pawnbroker switching sides and heartbeat and the finger pointing lock slender over was something I was responsible for too. Hurt me a little. I was determined to stand firm. Ha! Richolitos over there. Stop freezing your tracks. Mostly because I was clear that we had to run right now. If I kept letting small things bother me, I would be reduced to a pulp sooner rather than later. Ha! No need to run. Let's just kill them all and be done with it. What's next? You're going to wipe out the whole syndicate? That doesn't sound too bad. The forces of evil must be uprooted with haste in order to raise the banner of justice high. So there is seriously no one on your team who's in their right mind? Ishmael looked insulted by this remark. He seemed to be thinking of a counter-argument, but his Ting Tang goons arming themselves were a more pressing matter. Let's just get out of here first. Show you something. Here it is. You can edit this to show which identity you want to show. I chose this image of Yi-Song because I thought that image goes unnecessarily hard. And so, yeah. However, cancel. This is the thing. Phrase, where is the word? And it doesn't matter, it says, we're Limbus company, not heroes fighting for... It's weird, so now the real word is... what's it called? Oh, I forgot it, but if I look at it, I don't... Chicken kebab. Yes. We are chicken kebab. Beautiful. Can I gamble now? Am I allowed to gamble? I can. I'm gonna... Yes. As predicted, all the pawnbrokers were busy closing on their street entrances to avoid trouble. Hey, you prick, stop right where you're standing. You think you can get away with messing with our family, tiny fave? What's with these British syndicates and their pretend families? Is that the only thing they can think of to bond with each other? Look at the bump you made on your precious youngin's head. Good gracious, this was not part of the plan. He clutched his forehead as if it were aching. I thought about goading him to keep some headache pills at hand if this was enough to cause him pain, but I refrained. lack of head would have made the message far less impactful anyway. You two... You thought we were worthless scum now, didn't you? I know you've been seeing... Oh no, the Dr. Pepper's getting to me. I'm starting to feel the effects. I know you've been seeing our group as sewage full of waste. I don't think anyone spoke of us that harshly, Otis. Have you not wondered why we have been charged with the momentous mission of claiming Golden Bough despite that? What? Why is that? Even Effie seems to be taken aback by Otis's imposing attitude. Although I won't disagree that the others are rubbishes drenched in foul water. No, seriously, you're the only one who says that. That was Miss Otis I've been thinking about all this time. I've refrained undefeated and our manager is capable of resuscitating us. Practically incapable of death. That just the two of us would have been insufficient, though that weasel Virgilus seems to disagree. The point is, these detritus won't be scrapped even after countless battles. They'll come back as the exact same piles of trash they were before death. What? Oh, whatever. That was a very inspiring way of reaffirming that we're living, breathing garbage to you. Morons. Enemies are approaching. Are you prepared, manager? No, I am not prepared. That was cruel. That's what that was. This is weird battle music. I don't like it. Love it to the other one. Cute. That was a great word. Oh wait, what? I just randomly hit the arrow keys and now I started... Yo, this is weird. Yo. This is cool. Soldiers of Limbus. Okay, we're gonna use some identities. Okay, use that identity. Yeah! Okay, we got the game together. What? Current average level, you're deployed and stage. Command level 8. Yeah, sure, why not? Who cares? I'm gonna just restart the level. They made for pathetic foes, that was absolutely nothing. The Ting Tang gang has tight control over this area. It's not going to be the end of... Then more Ting Tangers began showing up from the street corners. Who sent you Americans to mess with us? We are the proud soldiers of Limbus! And they quickly covered Don Quixote's mouth. Have you lost it? Don't you want the entire district after us? More are coming. Give us your command, manager. Okay, that was funny. Everybody wants Don Quixote to be quiet. Nobody is. Okay, got our identities. He has a gun now. Great. Loading now. Okay, we actually won that time. Yeah. Dang it, they won't stop coming. We all wear our lives out before we can even take a step inside the casino. Don't fret, Heathcliff. As long as the manager is with us, we won't die from fatigue or other things. That's not the point at all. The solution is simple. Any organization that can be brought down by opposing its leader, the head gone, the meat supporting it will break apart. You're the only one speaking my tongue here. I'm proper myth, so let's go break some bones, head, whatever. And onward, we travail. Wait, come back here. This is the crowd you're supposed to accompany. False? Life is full of mysteries. That perhaps is what makes an ideal reflection, no? W and mirrors. Oh, I can't wait to learn more about him and his Canto. Tell me where your gaffer is. I want to see him now. Heathcliff grabbed him by the collar and shook it about violently. To me, it looked as if anything is still conscious had left already. And maybe even more than that. Ugh. The Sea Heart's going to be at the park. Pagoda. The what? Where the heck is that? It makes sense. There's probably the scrapyard nearby. Really though, are you actually planning to take down the gang's boss? That won't be reflected in your employee performance review or anything, you know? He's not sharp enough to calculate such things into his actions. He's way sparing his little relations, schemes, or plots. On the other hand, he flirts closely with nonsense. No, I do think that makes sense. Nothing is to worry about, Effie. We always keep a plan B, don't we? Charles spoke to a serene face. However, I could see her consciously trying to maintain calm from time to time, giving me reason to suspect that she's putting on a veil of kindness. If disguising as your given role is out of the question, you can all get up as members of the Ting Tang gang instead. That way you won't arouse much suspicion moving in a large group, that you'll be able to reach the top floor without much trouble. And we could siphon some wish power from the Ting Tang gang while we're at it. Right, oh. Come hither, fellows, and lend me your gazes. What is all this? Cars are heaped upon each other as if to form a tower. Sombre. The structures that seem to tower like at distance were actually cars stacked upon each other. Why are so many piled up like this? Oh, some have scripts upon their windshields. It must have been their families riding. This one says, I miss you. The owners are coming back soon for them, right? Not a chance. Even if they did return from the casino, they wouldn't be in the right state to happily reunite with their living families. Oof. Well, to play the auxiliary role of your tour guide, this here is a hidden landmark of the street. Bitter end of gamblers. And this served as a stepping stone for the Ting Tang gang to amass wealth and power by dealing used cars. So Rodion, you've been to places like this pretty often, right? Anything to add? You could tell us some pretty interesting trivia. I don't know, don't remember a thing. I decided to forget all the past and focus what's in front. And I would be able to keep that to that self-promise if not for irritants like them. Oi, poorhand, who do you think you're goofing on our truth? Or what, you're here to sell your car? Nay, we mount an omnibus. We don't deal organs down. I guess a pair of eyes with pupils especially colored as yours but so we have come to the right place. We are here for your leader. Pretty bored and facing a gang. Who do you work for? We serve under Awkward silence passed. I asked you a question, don't stop midway. And now we're gonna jump him. Great. So far, oh, I can gamble again. Sweet. I'm gonna go standard. What's up? Ting Ting. Oh, that's the boss. Boss. I don't know if I should say that. Who haven't even told where they're from rolled into town all of a sudden. Who sent you? Well, your dress tells me it ain't Los Habaneros or the Butchers. I'll give you a chance to grovel for forgiveness. Do that and I'll let you leave with your limbs in tow. We will gladly part if you were thinking, oh, wait, what? That makes it sound kind of weird. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Well, as I think it might be the odd pause people have been talking about, you know, rumor to vending people. What? That disgusting bunch, let me tell you, there's no way. Never assume Big Boss of the game is looking at us with genuine disgust. I have not wanted to win the fight as desperately as I do now. Oh, that's just... Yes! Yes! Jump him! Jump him! We did it! Okay. Now loading. Darn little roaches. Who the heck do you work for? It's about time you told us. We are from Limbus Company. Only one less milestone around the neck. That doesn't help at all. Oh, and for reference, F and I work in a different department. Please don't associate us with them. The sheer frustration over our aversion and concerning sensibly must have played a considerable role in causing the boss to pass out. My condolences to the poor fellow's patience. Do we seriously have to wear these though? Stuff reeks of sweat and blood and smells grody too. Rodion complained, lifting the shirts she took from the team member with 2 fingers like she was handling trash. Yuck, some hair too. It's the first time I learned of Dante's missing eyes. I can see, by the way. This looks pretty dandy, actually. I guess their business was more successful than I thought. I want that. Bagsy. I can't, it's been tailor-made. The label here says it's good for all girths. Noticing that my gaze was fixed on the label of his clothing, Effie barked. We shouldn't do any of this if you hadn't caused a ruckus in the pawn shop. I don't mind. I've always wanted to try clothes like these. It's like we're filming a movie. To be honest, I'm a little nervous. It's been a while since I worked in a disguise. I don't feel like it's the coward's way. Sorry, but can someone please keep her mouth shut? You're free to try as long as you're good reserves. Gregor softly spoken. Riposte got the sinners to crack up. For a moment, Effie and Saul seemed to wonder how they should take it. Before deciding that it's not worth mulling over and moving on, Effie lifted a small container that appeared to be invalid with necrin. This is a witch canister we seized from the Team Gangs box. Manager, here's a simple role you can play. What are you? I guess we owe you an explanation, judging from your clueless motions. The long and short of it is that this thing contains J-Corp's other singularity. This is a tool that sucks up witches from people, stores them in some form of energy. When the time is right, squeeze the wish power onto a sheet of paper and voila, you get the one you stick on tattoo that boosts your luck to high heavens. Oh. Seems the plan was to try to win the game from the top floor by scraping up others' luck. Imagine the boss of Dumb Lily Game was carrying one of these. Manager Dante, right? I want you to hold on to this while we enter the casino. Am I really allowed to carry such a big responsibility? You don't look like you're oozing confidence. We need to have reasons for assigning you this task. First off, a poker face is going to be vital when you're gambling. No matter how good they are at reading expressions, they won't be able to tell what emotions to read from a flock. That's funny. Second, I trust they disappointed you as a manager for a reason. Call it a hunch, but something tells me you'll be more useful than those sinners you're meeting. Come to think of it, he had a point. I was given the title of manager, but never had a chance to be the charismatic leader I envisioned. Instead of showing respect, my sinners would constantly berate and threaten me. The only real role I could afford to play was bringing them back to life. While the sinners were engaged in their fierce battle, all I would do is cower behind them, anxiously praying that their heads and arms were unscathed. With a heavy heart, I nodded to let him know I was ready. Alright, put this on your arm. You'll become the luckiest person in the city for a short while. Now then, you'll act as team singers and we'll be croupiers. Look a leg, everyone. Vowing that we'll see this operation to success no matter what. We open the door to the casino. Let's go. Yes. Casino could be the best described as busy. Excessively cheery sounds blared from slot machines. The lights were so bright that some of our sinners had to cover their eyes. And the security guards took note of our garish outfits to give us a customary nod. Solid and Effie, dressed up as croupiers, discreetly nodded at us as the company Rodion to the casino's cage. I was amazed by their ability to feign expertise, and the way they carried themselves to the facial expressions they made. You would doubt that they're long-time employees. Oh, what a manner of sorcery, these dazzling contraptions! Try not to go saucer-eyed at everything like a fascinated kid, Don Quixote. You seem fishy. I guess you're looking dead inside with their dim eyes. And they smell worse than the ting-tings bugs we face. They even wash. I don't think they'd be too happy about you holding your nose right before their faces, Ishmael. But this is kind of grungy stench I've only ever heard from deckhands. What's that? Oh, from a ship. Ooh. Fortunately, most of them were too focused on machines to care about what they were doing. Manager Esquire, have you seen such a thing? What must I do to hear the jolly bells that the other patrons are? I don't think I've been to one of these places before, so how would I know? Here all the flashy symbols and numbers spinning, I slowly eroded my resolve to act the part of a stern manager. I guess a little peek is fine. It says here to press the button. It's pressing is what one ought to do. I swear upon my minutes and hour hands, I had no intention to press that button, absolutely none. And I swiftly outstretched to stop Don Quixote from touching the machine, unexpectedly fumbled and landed smack on the button. Yikes! An unpredictable series of coincidences, someone had left a token in it. Enough for one game. The reel started spinning under fanfare. You could only watch as the chain of events unfolded. By the way, I hope Dante handles the wish stickers we took from the Ting Tang game with care. That manager? It was only a favor we asked of them. They better be doing good at their job. You can count on Dante, dear duo. They're only of the few sensible pals who gets what's up. That's good to hear. With so many sheets attached, they should be able to win any game with ease. Just need to be careful not to draw attention here. Jackpots! Players next to us turned with jaws dropped so far their chins could touch the floor. Waves of casino chips plunged from the machine, so many I wouldn't dare try to gather them all up. Sorry, Effie, so I came here to determined to do something right, and it fell apart. It's also Don Quixote. Look, what is this image? Don Quixote looks so happy, right? Wearing Hawaiian shirts. Oh, that's hilarious. Jackpot? What machine is this? What just like that? No warning right now. Moment, please. Security. Oh no, we're dead. Just let me check your ID. What's with the aggro? Is it a crime to win big at a casino? Chance in this place doesn't work the way we think it usually does. We could accumulate your luck for a big payout or trickle in small amounts to break even. But winning the jackpot on your first try should be a literal impossibility here. Chips are raining down like shooting stars! I hope you all, of all people, would have a sense of responsibility. Yet all it took was Don Quixote's siren plea for you to give in. I'm disappointed. You're none other than our manager. I expect you to show your capability and clear the disgrace of failure from us. Ooh! Ishmael's barrage of scathing whispers was something to marvel at, as Gregor muttered and all. On top of that, her piercing gaze I had never felt before. Made me want to weasel away under a rock if there were one. For once, I thanked my clown for lacking eyes to meet her glare. Now hold on, that might not be our only problem. Gregor was fretfully looking in every direction until he stopped to point out the shocking discovery he just made. And where he pointed. How long have you been off your disguise, Ryoshu? Was Asolo and Roshi wearing the same clothes she's always worn? I don't put on other discarded. Also, wear the disguise, stupid! Manager Bud, today isn't our day, huh? Yep, looks like we're royal. This can't be. All the work we did to put this plan in motion. False, what were you thinking, volunteering to bring these fools along for your missions? You're supposed to have a near unparalleled brilliance, right? Then use it. Even though I haven't worked with them for long, I was able to realize something. I thought to become a false that believes in uncertainty. When the lack of plan becomes the plan, all variables become constants. It's what my plan entails. Ugh. False turned to me with a tranquil face. Thanks to her, my role right now became clear. Alright, it's time for our usual gig. Let's kill and be killed. Cool. stand watching this charade. How much time are you going to waste finding those small fries? It's often the case that grumbling people don't have a clear solution to contributes. Listening to Ishmael's disapproval, Ryoshu shook her head and assumed a confident look. This is art. Oh, it tastes nice. You may forever take it from my hands. The blade will be better of parting ways to wander around the air for however long. Think. Ryoshu held his dagger and threw it straight into the air. It struck an anchorage on the ceiling that kept the chandelier still, causing it to sway precariously. Indeed, Ryoshu may be weakened from what she once was because she became a sinner, but nevertheless, she was still the best swordswoman we've had, able to cut through steel like proverbial hunt knife. Interesting. Sure, she treats my words with less respect than she would a wad of gum, but that wasn't part of her problem. Everyone's eyes turned to the swinging chandelier, and eventually, flustered by all of the gazes falling upon it, dust in a haze succumbs. Bonk. Watch out! Wham! Chandelier crashed to the floor in full force, making a tremendous noise. And that's just all it did. Nothing else happened. Both parties were left staring at the fallen light fixture in the middle of the floor. So, what was that for a real shoe? That performance. You just made that up, didn't you? Still, I'm glad none of us were hurt. We have to see about that. That's just... Wait, I wonder what the battle map would look like. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is cool. Wow. Just to make sure, you all know that our goal is to win the game being held on the top floor, not reduce the ground floor of the casino to rubble, right? I was certain that some definitely didn't know or care, but I figured I'd rather not remind her. Not only must we reach the top, we also have to win the game as our objective states. Thus we need the wish power to make it happen. I won't bother reviewing in detail how the wish power we had managed to collect went down the drain for preposterous reasons, and only hurt our morale. I had to keep my head down, feeling the pricks of conscience poking in my heart. Here, where can we secure the most wish power in this place? That roulette next to the entrance. People who visit the casino try their daily luck using that roulette, and take or yield wish power depending on the outcome. Is that so? Now seeking an opportunity to snatch the container attached to it. Think you can pull that off? I have carried our countless of preparations much greater scale. Preposterous blunder amounts to nothing in the grander scheme of things, manager. As to have been at fault if the dredges to obfuscated your ability to make sensible decisions. Do not let your words deter you. Preposterous. See. Wait! While we were busy discussing backup plans, Heathcliff was already making a mad dash for the entrance? We were too focused on the conversation. Or did we collectively lose our minds? Wait, oh, I accidentally touched my mic. Oh, the sensitivity's now so... Okay, I fixed it. In either case, none of us had a clue what he was up to. Heathcliff! Dang it, isn't it time we stopped chatting and moved up already? He shouted at security at the top of his lungs. Aren't you ashamed of yourselves? That blondie over there is a rookie who is unfledged as he gets. And that mate, the hero we call our manager, has a bad case of lost memories, and we can't wield a weapon to save themselves. This is what you're struggling against? What a joke. Yeah. Heathcliff, that was too harsh. Hear, hear, much too mean, Heathcliff. And last thing, that club you're holding deserves a better owner. You cocky little. The infuriated security guard swung the club with furious swish, exploding towards Heathcliff. As Heathcliff swerved out of its way, the roulette behind him bore the force and smashed to pieces. The wish container! Spouts of what I assumed was once wish-powered until moments ago poured through the remains of the roulettes, as if in death throes, Saul let out agonizing scream before clapping her hands over her mouth. I couldn't help turn away from this tragic sight. When I grow up, I want to be a wish sticker giving hope to everybody. I could almost hear the unfulfilled dreams of those lost wishes in my imagination. Oi, listen up, you sickos! You want to admit that your boss is belt breaking his thing while firing us and get lambasted for it? Or do you want to make it our fault and let us through? This is a month's worth of luck. It won't be any safer for you upstairs. Well, never been too close to safety anyway. Appreciate the advice. Cliff came to me with one of his shoulders dislocated, likely when he was grazed by the club. What's the look? Do your thing and fix me up. I made up my mind, starting now, I won't ever try to discuss plans or anything similar with these people. Took you long enough to realize. Boss, it was one of those times when it's better to keep your mouth shut. With that, we dragged ourselves up to the next floor. The atmosphere here seems rather different. It appears that another syndicate has taken a hold of this floor. The chandelier's back up, that's interesting. Hey, Huygen! What's with all the doom and gloom you're wearing on that face of yours? Don't you know the rules here? Sour looks are a no-no, so put a hat over your long face. Why'd you say that while looking at me? I will sink on you? And sink? What? What's that mean? Snap your neck completely. Sink. Snap your neck completely, that's what. Easy, Ryoshu, you shouldn't be so prone to starting fights. And never mind on that. This is what has been a problematic face. No, what hand is supposed to be? Your eyes. Ryoshu, are you ready? You bet, Dante. Oh, that's funny. Not again. Lost once again. Thing one will descend. Boy, yes, but time out. I think your customer needs a little care. To the customer, I hope you haven't forgotten our rule, have you? But that was all the money I had. If you keep dampening the mood of the table, we might throw a piñata party out of you. What's a piñata party? I don't think I want to know. Pressured by the gentle intimidation, the weeping guests stood up from their seats. Then being handed a pair of maracas from the staff, they started dancing, sobbing all the way. What's this now? There's a rule every visitor to this floor must follow. Una tradición mariachi, if you will. Gambling is entertainment and activity done purely for fun, thus all the sadness and pain brought to you must be sublimated to dance. Allow this night to demonstrate what dancing is about. Alas, there were harsher judges than they seemed. This one won't do. Her movement isn't sincere. Oh no, Don Quixote is a terrible dancer. What on earth do you mean? Dance is a window to the heart. Without a clear and pure heart, it loses all meaning. I just realized this song just... This image with the music in the background just... I don't know why it fits together. Fine assessment, rather disgracious. This is getting further out of hand. What are you doing, Solid? Oh, I was writing our letter of apology in advance. I'm sort out of sounds if we want to leave this floor early. We're going to need to touch their hearts with a powerful dance. As you all know, my memories are hazy, so dance? Is it? I can't say I'm all too familiar. Amnesia came in handy as an excuse to out the things at times like this. Of course, I haven't actually forgotten what dance is, but there is no need to be too honest about it, is there? Say, Honglu, have you taken dance lessons or anything? I learned a little Bianlan, though I only had 3 instructors teaching me to perform it. I need a few masks, fans, makeup, and... We aren't going to find them here. Next. Well, I did step on a good few feet of snobbish aristocrats. Both. My inner voice expresses fear. Me, I spent half of my life on a ship. Dance is where I... It's this relentless obstruction of my words. Sword dance is the first time in a while, doesn't sound bad. I'll get it on the floor. Though the only beats I have danced to throughout my life were morning exercise programs during a roll call if the manager so demands, I will immediately see to it that Well, Dante, I'm good at most things, but dancing is kinda embarrassing. I don't mind, except my arm might rage out of control from the stimulation. In charge for the audience's heads. Boss doesn't necessarily enjoy dancing for Alicia, though I could gladly perform a routine if it's for the mission's sake. However, it's not technically perfection they want. They're looking for something unstable and unpolished, rather. Sinclair! What? You busted a move or two as a kid, didn't you? Bust? So, close I took basic maracas course at school and liberal arts class. Came from a rich family too? You figured that out, Rodion. You can tell from the way he walks and talks. On the other hand, uncultured ones, it shows, you know. Rodion quietly giggled while looking at Heathcliff, then snuck up behind Sinclair to wrap her arms around his shoulders. Okay, now, my little Sinclair, I have a very, very important task for you. Hey, Rodion, where are you going? Moments later, Sinclair suddenly walked onto the stage. Sinclair, you can do it! Yeah, think of all the times when Heathcliff trampled over you. Hey! Sinclair turned to Rodion, still looking anxious. Am I really able to do this? Wrong question, Sinclair. This is something only you can do. He returned a determined nod. Oh, yes! The wrist-rocking defensive expression, restrained rhythm perfection. Shaking the maracas. How did we get from tragic backstory with bug arm, almost dying lobotomy corporation to this? Look, we got everyone. Mersal's just watching. We got the flutes. That's cool. Heathcliff's just staring. Oh, this is cool. This is cool. It's calm, yet it's the calmness that stirs my heart. This young man, he's channeling something from within. But this is all sublime. He is fighting repressed darkness and inner turmoil with the body's motion. Oh, the embers lingering and glowing ash sheeting the wrist. I can't take this seriously no more. Our gestures to be struck along this conscious image. What if a bonfire that has burned through the whole night? We are witnessing the coalition of ash dancing atop its remnant. Sorry, what? Young man, won't you consider joining us? That got the potential to grow big. He just shook the maracas and danced. That boy belongs to our company. You should know that phoning valuable talent from their current employment without permission is a serious crime. Just a few hours ago, Sinclair was the only moron in our band of blunderheads. Now he's been elevated to the company's valuable assets. What a fine performance! You wish to get to the top floor, right? You may pass. You have earned the rights. Be warned, though, folks upstairs won't be as reasonable. They have no concept of festivity in their heads. Sinclair came back to us with invigorated look. Things welling up inside me. This is what it was about. Makes me wonder why I thought it would be hard. I feel much more comfortable now. I was curious to know the inner struggle he expressed through a dance that had touched this syndicate to their core. What kind of hardships a young gentleman like him would have gone through. But those questions would wait for now. I headed upstairs to the 3rd floor. Now it's just me. What is this? What is this? What do we have here? You fellas have any idea what you just walked into? You're mucking about and we'll make the most acrobatic poses known to men out here. We'll knock off your dinners joint by joint and make pretty mahjong tiles with them. Geez, some warm welcome that was. Heh, I'm not the one to let introductions like that go unanswered. Oi, let's talk. Better keep your noggin safe and sound, because for a kick the can, we might need something around. Almost forgot, these are the ones known for their coarse language. Rumor has it they took down dozens of rival syndicate members with just the psychological damage inflicted by their tongues. Oh, you watch your mouth, swine! Who are you gazing at, nitwits? Keep it out of sight, won't you? The big bulging doggy eyeballs are under the easy, but I took a shot and crack at one of them eggs, so yeah, my voice echoed at the whole noggin and was caving empty. Well, push me sideways. They don't even got a string or head noodle for brains. What's the round thing on the shoulders then? A bag of gas. I think they all take lessons from the same class. I mean, that's kind of funny. Not sure what you're looking at me for. Dead. You're all dead. What should we do? We won't get anywhere if we keep fighting. To my surprise, Ishmael let out a chuckle. What's to consider? We have our trump card. We have what now? Just the right person to teach them something. Just after you give it a good and get up and go. What? What? He's covering his ears. Oh, that's taking notes. What? XW. No. What? Why is he looking at the text bubble itself? What? Hold on. Look, I just need to screenshot this face real quick. This is my favorite way line. Lastly, I never knew it was possible for the human tongue to give such detailed accounts of something. Particularly, what? The thug's eyes were uncharacteristically twinkling. It's not even taking. It's not worth you taking. He had me struck. Ooh-wee. This man could have been bolder. What was it called? The Wizard of Tongue. What is happening? I just don't know, like... I just don't know what to say now. No, that has to be the gob of a witch, yeah! It must be a witch! And Heathcliff must have had a rougher life than most in the back streets, shuddered by the end. Can I help but applaud the creativity indeed? The pen, nay, the tongue is mightier than the sword. I thought I was pretty familiar with the sailor's mouth being a seafarer for half my life. But this made me realize my vocabulary was only the tip of the iceberg. I honestly couldn't fathom why the higher-ups would organize a team of people like you. I don't suppose the lineup was meant to be understood by the likes of us. And I'm still having trouble figuring out the meaning of this personnel measure. But I guess this isn't so bad after all. So you finally reached the stage of acceptance. Congratulations. The covering of the ears, the covering the ears and the face, that's funny. This isn't good. We've reached the top floor, but we don't have nearly enough wish power. No worries. I've been itching to tell you this, and it's finally time. I actually pinched a little wish power back at the pawn shop. Not a lot, but it should be just enough, right? Rodion showed us a wish sticker sheet with a few labels left on it. Why didn't you tell us earlier? Like you said, gambling is all about keeping a poker face. Wouldn't want to see some of us slip up and complicate things. As for the boss roll, mind if I borrow it for a sec, Dante? I nodded, seeing as I wasn't really doing much in this. Guys, anyway? Even if I were committed to the act, then it would only be right for me to forfeit the knees bent, since things played out in the way they did. I would have been vehemently against this only hours ago, but now, good thinking. I never lost once in anything where money was involved. Alright, the contestant enters. Wait, I'm not the last? Ah, there goes my cool entry. You are? My name is Rodion. I'm here to gamble for the right to access the basement. Huh. I was looking forward to finally meeting the infamous Wish Power Whisker infamous person. And look who we get instead. Aren't you a little too confident for some unidentified stranger? What a dull take. It's not who you are that matters in this world, right? It's about who wins. Well, you aren't wrong there. The fact that you were able to get Here is proof that you're qualified. I'm trying to take this seriously, but there's a sombrero on this person's head and a stick in their mouth. A pleasure. I'm Adia. And this is... What? Golly, my back's hurting. The crew boss. That's a box. A robot? No, a prosthetic? What's that stare? Never seen a bloody awfully prosthetic before. Isn't that model a bit too antiquated? That looks like it belongs in a museum. Old as gold, as they say. Patches up a few times and now sturdier than most new ones. Why is that boy being so sluggish about coming here anyway? Arrogant brat thinks he can show up late to serious business, eh? Pardon me, on an urgent matter. You think the world revolves around you, Sonia? Do you crave attention so much that you have arrived late and be showered in glares? I didn't mean to. If anything, you fit better at the protagonist of life, Adia. It's been a while, bro. It's been a while! What's up? You two know each other? Let's say that we share a hometown. Isn't that right, Rodion? So, are you still leading the Euro Divide then? Dunno. Might be too early to say. Still, you were the one who left on your own just like that. Now, that's enough chatting. Since we all have the players, let's go over the rules again. 4 bidders for the casino are all here. Sonia, Ida, take you in, representing Team 10's gang boss, a suspicious, yes, shameless stand-in. No cheats or sleights of hand are allowed during the game. The moment you're spotted in the act, you're out. You should go without saying that anything involving wish power is forbidden as well. Soon as you're caught, you're on the chopping block. You'll sorely regret it. We'll play 3 games in total. The one with the most chips wins. Simple enough. The winner will get to take the elevator to the underground portion where the Golden Bough is. Golden Bough! I don't know what that is, but we're looking for that. It's a treasure the former owner of this casino was so desperate to claim, digging a whole tunnel to unearth it. But then, they suddenly croaked for reasons unknown, making us the lucky bidders. What an elegant way to put that. They died under shady circumstances. Oh, Rodion, you're still as cynical as ever, huh? Shut it. Now, how do you guys all know about the Golden Bough, though? I didn't think it would be so widely known to the public. Any syndicate worth its name was caught in the wind of stories. Those about the Golden Bough buried here and the riches and fame it will bring the owner. If that's the case, it seems someone has gained an interest for worldly luxuries, huh? I thought you warned me to stay away from those things, Sonia. Golden Bough can be used to achieve far greater things, Rodion. My purpose has stayed the same, to destroy the system of oppression and exploitation, preventing the concentration of wealth. Yes. There he goes again with the Grant's words. Someone stop him. My apologies. You're reminding me of the old times. It's funny, I used to keep you from your obsession with gambling and money. Yet here we are at the same table, keeping our hands of cards from each other's in a gamble with our goals on the line. What is your goal? To win. Of course. Interesting. We're at the final round. You keep a good eye on your chips? I'm all in. All in? Ooh, that's a nice hand, huh, Rodion? That swag of you has been rubbing me the wrong way, you know that? Pushing yourself off the edge. So what are you counting on? I'm the kind of gal who bets everything she has at the end. Stop right there, pull your sleeve up! Oh. I didn't see you be... Don't think I didn't see you being sneaky. Huh? You just put one of them wish stickers you got from the Ting Tang boss man on your arm. You are trying to rake in all the chips this round so you can have the Golden Bough all to yourself. Look everyone right here, neath her hand, this thing. It's gotta be the sticker, eh? You got proof? Sorry, Rodion, but can I take a look at your wrist for a second? Yeah, you aren't. Don't you touch her. As far as I know, you two might be in cahoots. Oh, no. I'll lay her arm bare, so keep your eyes peeled, alright? Now this little fox would play dirty. Come on now, this situation, in dialogue, I'll feel awfully familiar. Haven't I seen this before somewhere? Small-minded for someone so big, do you really have to be petty about this? And didn't they teach you that with stolen wish power comes strict responsibility? You've watched too many movies, man. What's stolen? If you find nothing, you will fold and walk out? If you got the guts, fine. But on my stakes that there's a piece of wish power on your wrist. What do you say? Same as yours. Is one of us about to go bust then? Gear, aren't you? Oh, that's cute. Get that somewhere. Anyway, what means of your final words, eh? Oh my, this is going exactly how I remember. I'm pretty sure the conclusion was... Here goes. Let's confirm then. What's going on here? I saw it. I saw the little fox rubber wrist. There's no way. That means you're out. What a pity. What happened to the loser then? Lop of a hand or something? You're joking, right, Rodion? There's no point in removing a prosthetic hand. What's this little thing? It's attached to Rodion, but every time Rodion's in... That's weird. No, this can't be right. The defeated will be shown generosity, but false accusations need to be taken care of with more caution. Hang on, are you... Oh. Oh. That jump scared me. Oh no. Oh. What the? For a wink's sake, can you please give me a warning? That's a little one. Oh, look. Oh. Oh, that. Remember, Rodion? It's a trash compactor we saw at the waste disposal in our back streets. I told you back then that we proletarians should untie to take down the ruling class and build a new society. So then you replied, if you mean we should round up the rich and flatten them under one of those compactors, then I'm all for it. Small correction. I said crush and pop them. Is that so? Rodion, are you still unwilling to return the Euro Divide? Didn't you all hear a loud slam just now? Undoubtedly. After a quarrel about wish power and the like. What? Did they find out? Oi, quit gawking and turn that clock. Gosh, please stop pushing. What? Unfortunately, the door we were leaning against was a flimsy wooden frame covered with rice paper. What? We all tumbled into the room as the door fell. Oh my goodness, we're all idiots. I'm a manager of idiots, not sinners. What are you supposed to be? Rodion, how did it go? Made new friends in the meantime, have you, Rodion? Sonia laid his hand of cards open on the table. The game is over. You win, Rodion. I have no objections. He then left through the door and didn't return. Instead, a deafeningly hollow clasp suddenly filled the room. Caramba! I enjoyed the spectacle, but I'm not as cool as Sonia. Since you brought your friends, why don't I introduce some of mine as well? You know, I'm pretty sure I heard a member of your syndicate say that gambling was purely entertainment for you. So isn't it more entertaining than accepting defeat right away? You were gonna push on with force regardless of who won, weren't you? Think about it. I have the strength and manpower, so why would I give up on the Golden Bough? Because a round or 3 game said so. Alright then. I'm actually glad you're a rebel. I was starting to get bored of sitting around too. Battle time. However, we might die, because I don't know. Great, this is just great. feel like I've seen this background before. I just don't remember. Okay. We only got 7 arrows left. What? What is this? Trying our best not to step on the crushed remains of the TQ's cruise bus. Sinclair barely managed to hold back the urge to gag. We reached the elevator. Rodion was the first to complain about the dead insects during our last expedition, but here, she got to lift and press the basement button without a grumble. Unless the group quieted down, Solid hit Rodion with a barrage of pent-up questions. How'd you manage to win without even using any wish power? No, for any of that, what made you so sure that you'll win regardless? Yikes, hold your horses now. One question at a time, okay? Rodion spun around, talking Solid into calming down, and then slowly began to elaborate. The TQ crew's boss has been keeping a wary eye on the Ting Ting gangs all along. How would you know that? You couldn't have reached the depths with his mechanical body. He had every reason to. After all, it was a well-known fact to make them the Ting Ting gang own a wish power extractor. He must have been totally sure that the boss, or someone representing him, would make use of it for his game. So, you deliberately make him look like you were using a sticker so that he'd call you out on it? Yup. Then I declared I'm going all in. I had to seem suspiciously ballsy in his eyes. A winning gambler creates her own momentum and rides it. I mean, look, even you guys thought I popped the wish stickers, right? Even I'm being real, wish stickers and all that stuff are just hopes and desires given important sounding labels in the end. To someone who with unshakable faith in themselves is nothing more than a weird piece of paper. That can't be true. J-Corp's wish power related tech is an officially approved semi-singularity with widely proven efficiency. Thousands of people rely on wish power for every aspect of their lives. I guess there's nothing like it to give people a confidence boost in this day and age. But me, I'm different. I've always believed in myself. That faith means that the mind may avoid crashing into the depths. Pray tell, how does one go about acquiring that faith? Well, that's actually super simple. I'll let you in on a secret, so listen up. Oh? Just think, I'm the most awesome person in the world, so whatever anyone else says... Oh! Okay. That certainly makes sense. Fonz agrees as well. Perhaps I shouldn't have asked at all. Rodion, don't tell me that's how you'd be treating my words. Sally Victor's joy didn't last for long. The cavern was filled with sounds of pickaxes struck against craggy walls, and we saw security guards keeping strict watch over a vault. It felt as though they were sending a note of warning that we wouldn't reach the bottom so easily. Hold on a second. There was no point in us winning the game then. Why do we have to be so sneaky about this? And who are those slaves picking away at the rocks? Though we've earned ownership, we have nothing proper to show as proof that we won, and we're more or less intruders to them. In all fairness, anyone who would have thought of us as thieves if they saw us awkwardly hiding near the vaults. Quite the grand excavation, they even made space to insert vaults, all the while digging a tunnel. What a stunning sight. When I die, please bury me in a mound of cash like that. I want to fill my lungs with the scent of bills for my final breath. By the way, the man who was at the table, did you know him from somewhere? A friend, from back home. Something tells me the history between you two runs deeper than just that. Greg, love reunions, always uncomfortable. Didn't you feel the tension that time you ran into your former comrades? Can't argue with that. Things are moving inside these cages. Are they pets they might be raising, perhaps? Does your family usually count creatures violently shaking their cages as pets? It's the Picatula. Did they think they would tame an abnormalities? Oh, abnormalities? Oh no. Here, Yuri would have knocked 3 adults out cold and scoff if she heard that. Oh, Yuri. It should be theoretically possible, provided that they possess a similar level of intelligence to humans, that of empirically proven method of managing them exists, that is. Huh. If it worked out, I guess they would have made good guard dogs. Oh, I'm taking a closer look. These people have fingers or other parts of their bodies bitten off. Thankfully, he didn't add, "Is this in fashion?" or other obnoxious remarks this time. Yeah. Is this in fashion these days? Almost. Almost didn't. That security guards and Pekatula starting to be a bother. Got any ideas, Greg? You fought on the front lines before. Try something. What's that Hey, don't push! Being shoved out of cover by Rodion, Gregor stumbled forward, separated from us. Then bumping into a slave who was busy digging away at rocks. They seemed to pause for a moment in awkwardness. Hey there. Looks like the way things are going isn't all too pretty for the both of us, eh? How about we let this slide? We're not after the cash stored in that vault. I mean, wouldn't say no if we were offered it, but the point is, we're looking for our way downstairs. Not here to make any fuss. Why don't we pretend this never happened and go our own ways? 47,920,000. 47,910,000. 47,900,000. Speak some sense, or I'll barf on your hand. Ugh. Someone who speaks in riddles herself. Ryoshu's patience sure wore out quickly. She gripped the sheath of her sword as she threatened to work her. I can't say for sure, but I think he meant she'll break all the remaining fingers on that person's hands. At this point, I am more scared of how quickly you got that. Must repay all debts before I can go back to my family. They said they'll take off 1 on for every swing. 47. How much was it? Huh. Don't talk to me. I have to count. Hold on. What's that noise over there? Ah, shoot. Cornered, Gregor suddenly started shouting in a remarkably out-of-character voice. We can't live like this anymore. This outrageous tyranny to tie people up and force them to dig. Let us all rise up and fight our oppressors. Go onward! What the heck was that? Propaganda. Sever has regrettably ended his failure. Greg, sweetie, there's one thing about those people. They ended up here living their whole lives as scum. Exploiters and exploitees. You weren't expecting some half-baked speech to be enough to wake up the revolutionary inside them, were you? Before you attempted an investigation operation next time, be sure to train your acting skills to at least an intermediate level. Oh, Greg, have you ever tried acting in your whole life? I'm busy like, look, I've embarrassed myself. Oh, Gregor's terrible acting must have been agitated the security as well. Explanation in them opening those long cages, a potentially risky move. Greg, you're gonna kill us all. That was actually pretty simple. Not a half bad. But why are they coming this way? Stop! I said stop! Get them away from me! Hurry! 47,900,000. The debtors kept on swinging pickaxes. 47,900,000 picks left and counting down. We were able to find our way down using this opportunity. So we did get help from the debtors after all. Just a coincidence. Rodion replied with an apathetic look. It's a freight container made of smooth and colorful plastic. The prevalence of peculiar materials suggests that it is not simple. Wait, why am I talking French? This is not a simple manufacturing facility. As soon as we're all finished, the colorful yet ominously designed container activated with a cheery tune. I've got a bad feeling. The dog's barking. Why aren't there any security guards around now? Well, was all I could mutter before the answer revealed itself to us. The rest of the container opened as if it finished operating, and inside... you want to get beat? Brutally? Have you become strong? Highly excited. Thoroughly amusing. The game of death. It appears they redoubled excavation efforts from this point onward. I can't think of any other reason to augment humans on a conveyor belts. Yeah, I get it. Now let's move. They're pointed right at us, singing that spooky song. It makes a machine. That's cool. Oh, there's more. And you can't drag. Great. Bum 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 bum. Oh, neutral. Favorite. Okay. We want favorite attacks more. In the middle of the factory, you find a vending machine with large buttons. Colorful and fancy. Feel strong compulsion to press them. Which one will you press? Red button with the fist. Yellow button with the foot. Green button with the heart. You can press anything. Yeah, just don't press none. Resist the impulsive. Like this, meddling with the unknown surely is a bad idea. You left the vending machine without touching a thing. Nothing happened. Oh. This guy. Bam. There we go. Yeah, what you just did. Defeat an enemy, but now it's back up. What's going on? What does that mean? So far, this is the best we can get. Should be a fatal shot right there. What? Servers keep coming back. Servers were disgusting. Those beings are not alive. That way, they will not be able to die. We're not getting philosophical here. Seems to me they're rebuilding a brick wall. I think I'm hearing something in the factory in the back. Case factory behind the cyborgs, metal clicking could be heard. Afraid 1 moment ago. Just see. Yes. Yes, we should investigate. Perhaps you earned enough time. What? Investigating the factory? We want to do something about the cyborgs. Investigating the factory. Cool. Go for the big one. Big one. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay. There we go. Oh, this is weird. They just keep coming back. Bringing down the last target cyborg as planned, you got to the factory in time. Huh, this is some kind of toy plant. Sinners comment on the huge mechanism. Come and behold this curiosity. The Sinners pointed to a control panel with several buttons attached to it. Do you love the city you live in? What do you press? Yes. Press yes. What? Continuing combination. You must become strong. Proceed with the input. Do you love the city you live in? Should you press? Yes. Proceed. rotation. Please press. No. Correct input. And the press button 3 times will cause the facility. Okay, so if I keep pressing yes. Okay, so we're just gonna keep spamming no. What? It's like out of here. Chrono's factory exploded with a massive bang. He managed to stop it working, but the sinners were causing an explosion as well. You get out of here first, don't you think? All identities lose 30 HP. All the cyborgs have lost their upgrade factory at work passives. Oh no. Oh no. Here's your static. Remember that later, at least. Yeah. He's also gone. Okay. Yes. 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 Oh, okay. We lost one. We lost one. He's still standing. Exiting passage, you see a group of cyborgs gathered around a huge roulette. Oh, highly excited, thoroughly amusing. The game of death. They approach you, chanting in several beats. Looks like they want you to play a game of roulette. What should you do? Go to engage SP. Run, Wrath, Sloth, and Loon checks pass to heal all allies SP. And, Ego Gifts. Forget games, first time in battle. One loses SP. Gain Ego Gift. I like, none of their SPs are really down or anything. But I like gambling. This is where I shine. Probably playing as you step forward. See a mixture of anticipation and excitement on your face. Rodion healed for 20 SP. Okay. Like in red color. Like it. Cyborgs yellow on the strange rhythm. Red 4. Exalting the number high, they spun the roulette. Exalting the number high, they spun the roulette. Well, all at once, it seems the ball is entered your pocket with a number higher than 4. Okay. Choose a character to pawn. Check. Obviously, we should predict it very high. And hold 4. Basically the same. But she has experience. Check pass! No great croupier fell to the ground. Mid-ribbon. Select identity as healed for 15 SP. That years would have gone bust. Funny. Now time now. Stay all HURT. Chuckling cyborgs went back to the roulette. Like yellow color, yellow 6. Ball has entered a yellow pocket with a number higher than 6. Unselectable. Great. Okay. It could be. Who do we? Ooh, Mersal would. No. Let's do Don Quixote. Check pass. Great. Upgraded croupier fell to the ground. Great. Yeah, this is why I don't mess with gambling. you just turned into the power of the sun for a second. What was that? Shit and bask in glory. I don't remember. Proceed. Casino fun, not one little tiny bit. Here's time to spin the wheel. Like in blue color, blue 8s. Boom advantage. Okay. The only one is actually. Yeah. Check pass. Everyone on that bus. Integrated croupier fell to the ground, buzzing and sparking. Our cyborgs broke down with it at the same time. Have we won? Something glowing in their pilots and rubble. You carefully pick it up. All allies heal for 30 SP. Sweet, okay. Rodion heal for 20 SP. Ego Rift Rainbow Maze Train? Interesting. That. Guess I got pink shoes on now, for some reason. Good. Good, that's great. 30 SP. Okay, that's minus 30 SP. That's not that great. Feels like it's getting colder and colder. What's up with all this ice around? An increase in frequency of anomalies should ideally be strong, positive reflections. Did you call? I hope that wasn't your attempt at a joke. Thanks to you, I'm feeling even colder. Putting aside Ishmael's grievance, I thought about what False had said. Because that means we're getting close to the Golden Bough, right? It's a pretty solid answer, if I do say so myself. Yeah, sure. False's reply was discouragingly dull, or at least that's how I heard it. Okay. Whatever. Just... Oh! Okay. Interesting. This is weird. Snowy crossroads. Let's use these, people. This isn't battle music. What is this? Before us stood a monumental castle of ice and frozen pillars that seemed unbreakable. And there stood, person. A man with hyaline hair and clear as ice sweating. It's this guy! Sonia! Sonia, never mind. I came here often. I felt the need to clear my thoughts. Even though there's no rocking chairs or whiskey you like. The chill dominating this place pierces even the thickest coats. Helps me restore a lucid mind. While the rest of us were frozen stiff, stuck watching, Rodion made a slow step forward to face him. Didn't expect you to be here first. My men and I knew of a shortcut leading here. It was something we learned through the local ruffians in all search of whereabouts of our buried great tower, waiting to be used for greater good. Alas, this area surrounding the Golden Bough, as far as we could go, we didn't see any way to get closer. So, you never leave District 25, but seeing you now, resorting to the tactic gangsters would use, maybe we should have stayed a country boy. Sonia, your lackeys have been taken from shopkeepers who weren't even rich to begin. Did you know, Rodion, this was a little more than what eccentric hollow with frosty walls. Yet I look at this now, there's a giant castle and thick columns of ice. This change happened the instant you walked in. You sound like you figured this would happen on my arrival. How'd you know? I have many sources, but that's none of your business, Rodion. What makes you so sure that I made this happen in the first place? I'm not some kind of backstreets witch or anything. It's not hard at all to figure out. Observing those faces encased in ice says enough. Take a peek. They're ones you love, yet look down on, are they not? 250,000 and look at tax. And that's all it's worth? It's not possible. You said precisely why though. Its age is showing on all scratches and lack of polish. Good tax collector. To be frank, others wouldn't pay any more than 200,000 for this. And the rest, all worthless garbage. That makes taxes you owe 400,000, and in total, why did the poor only grow poorer the harder they work? It's ridiculous, isn't it? Stacks of cash piled up in the pawnbroker's vault. Our neighborhood was being wrung dry, heirlooms weighed for what little momentary value they had. Sonia rallied people, delivering speeches, using big words. They organized a group under the name of the Euro de Valle. It went okay at first, even the thickest folks were inspired by Sonia's words to help impoverished in the back streets. But Sonia still had a dissatisfied expression. Ultimately, the Eurodivide worked in the organization that cared for debating about how best to change the streets and Nez rather than going out to help those in need. That's why I left them. Being an armchair revolutionary wasn't going to feed our starving neighbors. But I told you time and time again, Rodion, that we must wait for the right moment. Sonia, I'm sorry. That moment you kept talking about. It didn't come when the Eurodivide's youngest, when little Ivan had to sate his hunger with food from the garbage. Nor did it arrive after he suffocated to death. To achieve a monumental task, well-thought policies, a greater power to carry them are required, all to make a redistribution of wealth happen. And in the process of moving towards progress, much minor troubles on a personal level are inevitable. That's minor to you? The whole thing was personal and we started to help this to others? What you and Eurodivide were doing wasn't what I hoped for. Is that a way you decided to take matters into your own hands? Absolutely. What our town needed wasn't an empty promise telling people to sit on their hands for who knows when. Someone wouldn't hesitate to pick up an axe. I bet most of my neighbors had been starving for 4 nights straight that day. Yet the biting wind kept hounding without mercy, claws at the chapped skin of famished peasants. And I happen to know those safe kept more than enough money between my neighbors to a feast for days and still just be as full. So what did you do? Give me a sec. Can't pull out of this now? This is a confessional created for you as a result of the Golden Bough, resonating with your psyche. Moreover, a confessional's purpose is to lead a sinner to the path of goodness. If only that old woman had to change her mind before it came to an end. But Rodion, you mustn't have known that a terminal leech upon her neighbors would never turn over a new leaf. You know she wasn't the kind of person who gave up that life to turn into a generous philanthropist. You wouldn't have knocked on her door with an axe in hand otherwise. But Rodion, dear, you seem to be under delusion that you're some sort of savior. Demanding my money so brazenly won't change anything. You vermin had no difference from the paupers in the back streets. That's right. I'm the one who put an axe through her head. Like cutting open the belly of a goose that laid golden eggs, I chopped that person's skull. I mean, someone had to do it, am I wrong? Unlike the foolish caller in the fable who gave in to breed and lost on becoming richer. We were overcome with hunger and misery, and could have gladly eaten. Ugh. And her belly was full of golden eggs, unlike that of the goose. Yes, the old lady you killed was a tax collector, wielding considerable authority in District 25. But what gave her so much power was her sibling status as a member of the Middle. I struck her down to save my dying neighbors. Is that so wrong? No, you held the axe for your own good. You couldn't stand the fact that you weren't anyone special. Did you know the Middle never lets anyone touches their family go unpunished? They aren't too interested in fighting who exactly did it, rather, they like to demonstrate clearly what happens to the poor fools who dare disturb them. The backstreets residents who tasted the joy of quality meat for the first time in their lives soon made towering cadavers pillars out on the road. Not much different from the car pagodas outside the casino. I'm well aware of how much pain and guilt you've been burdened with ever since then. Living with the realization that you really weren't so different from the foolish cottager after all. Since that day, nothing I held felt truly like it was mine. All because of me. It's all fine, Rodion. For you see, Rodion, to change the world, I pursued hundreds of books and thousands of documents, and I met various people all across the city, picturing a world where the oppressed can escape the exploitative dominion of the ruling class and find liberation in the truest sense. To make that world a reality. However, the answer didn't lie in changing what was already there Once a page of this history is written, there's no way to go back and revise it. Look, this world we can reach. A world can be created using the Golden Bough with which you resonated. May there be no one on this earth suffering from starvation. May every individual join the right to pursue psychological and intellectual delights. Join hands with me, and I'll give you that world as a gift. And if nothing up to this point has ever happened at all, a feeling nobody else would understand. Even a glimpse of that world felt so dreamlike. I wanted to etch that mesmerizing instant into my memory. If this was a dream, I'd even wish I was a part of it so that I would never have to leave it. And yet... Sorry, I'm turning down your offer. How to put it? I don't want to bathe in warmth just yet. I feel like I ought to be in this cold a bit longer. I think I'll stay with this way until I find my answer to the question of when it will be okay to warm myself. And also, Sonia, you knew my temper would get the best of me and get me to kill her, didn't you? Rodion, this will probably elude you, but you don't have the mark. I came here hoping to see you possess it, but I'm seeing it on a few of your friends instead. The mark? What are you... Besides, you can't see the mark either. In other words, you don't have what it takes to be a leader. But I'm different, so make it a better world. Yepper. I think I remember hearing you say something like that while sat at a desk buried in books. That's why I can't join you. I still believe that is not big words behind closed doors that feed your neighbors. As I'm sure you've learned by now. Yeah, there's no way a rowdy rascal like me would fit under some dweeb's leadership, right? The Golden Bough awaits inside the castle, Rodion. I hope you'll be able to find what you seek. He walked past Sonia and then made our way into the icy castle he indicated. Wow, okay. So, this is interesting. Really, really interesting. Oh! From... What? What was that? Boom! What the? The castle trembles intensely as frosty rubble flows around us from above. Wait, this keeps up! A foreboding idea flashes in my head. The ticking of my clock was like a reminder of how much time we had left. Oh, inside, now! We evacuated from it in a hurry. Am I seeing this right? The castle isn't falling apart, it's like... Indeed, well, certainly rising to its feet. Don't look back, just run! Ugh. I ran quite a bit, but what now? Footfalls, not that human, rather slow and heavy. Say that something mammoth is after us. They may have said better. Dante, our job here is done, so we can just book it. Well, give me a second. Never considered what to do after getting down here. Oh, really? Doesn't look like the time for dopey plans. The bus! Where's the bus? Stop yapping, useless rubbish. We're running to the... Back away. That might be the first logical statement I've heard. Leave your mouth, Heathcliff. I can just go to pieces later. What is this? Yo. Good, as soon as... Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8! We only have 5. This is perfect. Okay, we got it. Okay. Leave! Leave! Victory! Oh. Oh, that was hard. That was hard. See the exit over there. Yeah, persistent rotters. We have to distract them somehow before we can get away. Why don't you throw one of us at them? We can bring them back later anyway. But why are you looking at me while you say that? Hold on, look there. Leave this to me. Sonia, What are you playing at? Rodion, what's with your attitude? We have to take all the help we can get. I've seen people who offer help without asking for anything, but they usually have some ulterior motive. It's just like how you simply couldn't hold yourself back from using your axe that day. I'm discovering that I might have a similarly inexplicable drive pushing me. Dante, I take it that your organization is working to make a better world in its own right, yes? Huh? What does a better world entail? For the first time, I was reminded that I have never questioned the motivations of Limbus Company. Thankfully, none of my contemplative budging reached Sonya, and he took my lack of response as a sign of agreement. Silence sometimes speaks volumes. I take that as a positive. And one more thing! That child will soon visit you too! Child? Oh. Sorry, my eyes must have fooled me. I thought I saw something on his forehead for a second. Indeed. I mean, that boy who left quite the impression on you. It'll be a touching reunion, I imagine. Boy. Sonya nudges his chin at a moment behind him. A faint light was shining between the fallen blocks of ice, giving a distinctive glow. Golden Bough! Golden Bough. Ramus Aries Receptus. Don't expect me to act the same impulse of kindness next we meet, though. If a clear path towards prosperity of the many shows itself before my eyes, I'll take it without hesitation. After Sonya left us with a mysterious message, the Eurodavia began to show up one after the other. Well, this may have been as good as a time as any for touching farewells, like, I won't forget you, and I saw that Rodion was the first to sprint for the exit. Rodion, are you not concerned? What's up? Irrespective of consequential differences, he was nevertheless a friend of yours. He's a clever sort, but I'm sure he will figure out a way to live, and all that jazz. Truly an ideal form of friendship. Sometime later.
A few moments later.
So I was dead tired. Richard just wouldn't spare me from his fierce gaze, so I gave him a brief verbal report of what we went through today. I see. So that's your story. Then just one thing that bothers me, though. This man, Sonya, was it? His actions during those final moments don't seem to match the beliefs he told you. Which is why we should scrutinize his true intentions. Hey, time out! First, Yisong, and now you too? Why does everyone care more about Sonya than me? Bottom line is that we got the Golden Bough. And a plus, check this out, everyone! From her pocket, Gloria pulled out a colorful bunch of gaming chips in her hands. We can exchange these cutsies for cash at any casino, so we should drop by one. I nabbed them while our manager dazzled the floor with her jackets. I'm impressed that you thought to snatch that stuff amidst all the chaos. Well, Verg, what do you say in a juicy serving of prime sirloin steak to celebrate a bounding success today? What do you think, Sharon? Seems Mephi wanted too, fresh stuck in the juicy meats. Of all the things you can mention. Alright then, I'll leave Rodion to pick a restaurant in District 10 for us. Okay, boom boom. Now we're talking, Verg! After all said and done? Beneath her grin, Rodion's eyes were shaking with distress, but she soon covers it up with a rise of joyfulty as if nothing ever happened. I'm pretty rad, aren't I? Wow. That's just... Can we give a round of applause for that? Credits? Oh, like how we did with Gregor. Why is Ishmael's eye bigger than her other eye? Interesting. Don Quixote, what are you doing? Oh no, I'm scared. Oh look, there's Virgilus. Yeah, these people are doing amazing at what they do. Don Quixote, I am scared of what you're seeing right now. It could be anything, and I mean anything. cute. What is that? Oh, it appears me. And what is that? Mersault. That's Honglu right there. There's Sinclair. Oh, it's the poker chips. They had a table there? Interesting. And there's Gregor. Wait, no, that's Honglu. That's Honglu, then who's that? There's Ryoshu. There's Falls. Oh, that might be, Yisong. Where's Heathcliff? Oh, there he is. Oh, he looks so happy. He looks so happy. I just realized, since I'm the manager, I got a red jacket. Cool. So far, amazing Canto 2. That was incredible. Just as good as Canto 1. However, how it started, it was pretty hilarious. That was funny. It's just... How do you... Got Sharon right here. Caron. Really? Is it pronounced Caron or Sharon? Because I've been calling her Sharon this entire time. I don't know. Lament if you wanted me to left, if you wanted me to forget. Absolute cinema, yes. What? What is this? Impressive, Euro DV. What is this? Not only did you manage to clear out the legion of foes, you also burned all the cash. You should know, Herman, that I've never been friends with money. I will admit, you are not like most idealists who are all theory and no action. You would have earned my praise had you secured the Golden Bough on top of everything. I showed Rodion that world. The ideal reality that fascinated me. Alas, I suppose it didn't win her over. It seems the method you suggested was wrong after all, Herman. She wasn't the kind of person to let a few words change her mind. So, do you find this regrettable? Well, part of me might wish that she followed me, like in the past. But no, I don't think I'm actually relieved to find that she's the same as before. Rodion wasn't wishing for a perfect world with no flaws whatsoever. Rather, she might have felt that it would be boring to live in such a world, since there's no way to affirm that she's special. That's the impression I got. I thought her to be a woman of virtue, principles, unshakable. But hearing this, she was a dreamer just like you, wasn't she? She still has the long way to go, I'm sure. She won't want to admit it, though. I got your points. Keep it in mind for the future considerations of our course of action. You won't scold me for this. I was unable to complete the job you gave me. Reprimands won't make the bough appear at our feet, will they? It's fine. Wherever the boughs may be right now. What matters more is who claims the bundle at the end. What was that? That was weird. Most valued employee. Basic identity uptight. Even uptight? Eco thread spawn. I don't know what that means. Entry level increased. Sweet. It's been deleted. Don Quixote. Honglu. Of all people, Honglu? That was backdoor. That looks vision, I think. No, mirror dimension has been unlocked. Okay, so far. Canto 3. Oh boy. That one will be the unloving. Oh, I need to collect these. Yes. Yes. Oh, extract. I'm gonna go for Mersault. No. Great. Let's try that again. I'm gonna gamble on my flowers. Lunacy's away. Yes, this is wonderful. Oh, skull now. Oh, I'll pray for you so that you shall surely break. Yo. Oh wow. He's an angel. He's an angel. Wait. It's an ego. Oh, that's even better. This one looks good. No. Oh, that's new. Evidence points to conclusion in this case there was. But I almost had it. Wait a minute. Okay, we got a new Heathcliff. Nothing. And nothing. Okay. We got two things. Return. Okay, I guess we'll end it here. I'll see y'all next year. And I hope y'all have a... Oh, yeah, come on. I hope y'all have a Merry Christmas. Bye-bye. Limbus Company.